Well, folks, sad news. Marjorie Taylor Greene has officially, according to a Republican who spoke to the Daily Beast, Republican lawmaker, Greene has officially been kicked out of the right-wing Freedom Caucus in the House of Representatives. The group that took her in her first days in Congress, embraced her, made her what she is today, the lunatic outlier. They said that, nope, we have had enough. We are not going to tolerate Marjorie Taylor Greene in our group of wackos anymore. Because I guess maybe according to them, Marjorie Taylor Greene just isn't crazy enough for them anymore. You know, she's been buddy-buddy with Kevin McCarthy. This, talk of booting her from the committee has been going on for over 2 weeks. They finally did it at the end of last week because they think she's a little too into the establishment now, right? She's gone to bat for Kevin McCarthy. She supported the debt ceiling negotiations that Republicans claim they hate. She's just not one of them anymore. And of course, she had her big feud with Lauren Boebert, who is a prized member of the Freedom Caucus. But according to this lawmaker, who I guess is a member of the Freedom Caucus, they said that it wasn't the fight with Lauren Boebert that got her expelled. And in fact, Lauren Boebert, according to this lawmaker, fought to keep her in. She said that even though she called me, quote, a little bitch, that's her right to free speech. And I'm not going to take that away from her, so she can call me whatever name she wants and she can stay in our caucus, by God. But it wasn't meant to be, right? Now, the weird thing about this is that this could actually go either way for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, this is why it actually matters. Because you have two possible options here. One, it helps her. And it could help her in the fact that now she will not be associated with the craziest of the crazies, right? The Freedom Caucus, they're not known for being great thinkers. The reason we even know about members of the Freedom Caucus is because they're the extreme lunatic fringe of the House Republicans. And if Marjorie Taylor Greene is no longer a part of that, and she's sitting there rubbing elbows with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, it makes her appear, even though she's just as crazy as the rest of them, but it makes her appear to people who don't pay attention that maybe she's a normal Republican after all. Maybe we pegged her wrong. So maybe I shouldn't shut her out. Maybe I shouldn't be so repulsed by her if she's just a normal Republican. That's scary, right? That is exactly what we do not want to happen, because we all know Marjorie Taylor Greene has not seen the light. She has not given up her conspiracy theories. She is not less extreme than she was 6 months ago or 12 months ago. She's more extreme. We've seen it. But we do not want her to get that rebranding because the lunatics kicked her out of her lunatic club. So it could go the other way as well, as I said. Because part of the reason Marjorie Taylor Greene is popular in her own district is because she's a nut. I mean, sorry, Georgia district, but y'all like her because she's a lunatic. But if they start seeing her as no longer a part of the lunatic club, they may say, well, we don't want her. We need to put up a primary challenger, which some of them, by the way, have already been talking about doing. So losing her spot in the Freedom Caucus could end up costing Marjorie Taylor Greene her job. And the third option, obviously, is that it does nothing. It doesn't do either of those things and things continue on as they are. But Marjorie Taylor Greene already didn't have a lot of friends. And I don't think she's in a position where she can alienate all of the members of the Freedom Caucus and not have them have her back anymore. So in the end, I think it's going to hurt her more than it helps her. Thanks for watching, everyone. And well, here comes the awkward part at the end of the video where I ask you to like, comment, and share, and subscribe for more content from Ring of Fire. Also, you should consider becoming a member for some exclusive content and perks, including early access videos and exclusive videos. Check out the link in the description.